Hey, this is your boy Bob TV, Freedom on Fire. I want to talk about Tom Perez, the DNC chairman. Boy, y'all gonna get Trump 8 years. I tell you that, man. The DNC has not learned his lesson yet. They hooked and crooked Tom Perez in that office. Keith Ellison had it in the bag. He raised $1 million. We were ready to vote for him. And guess what? When it comes to the DNC, you have no vote. You have no choice. Just like in the election, the superdelegates made the choice of who they want to run. You went out there and did all your voting, but it was still ultimately the superdelegates that made the decision. You could vote. You could have voted for Garfield the cat, run for the president. But if the superdelegate says no, I want Hello Kitty, guess who would have been running against Trump? Hello Kitty. Your decision to pick your president or pick your nominee is slim. They're in charge. It's just like with the United States. Yes, they're a popular vote, but the overall electoral college makes the real decision. As you saw in this election, how Trump won the electoral vote, Hillary Clinton so-called won the popular vote. It's the electoral vote that always wins. Now, why am I talking about this? Because we're at a crossroads. As progressives, we're at a crossroad. Bernie Sanders, I don't know if he get it. I don't care. Because right now, to me, he's a problem. And you know I like Bernie. But he's a problem. I see him as a sheepdog for the Democrats. And I wish there was some way I can talk to him personally. He is the DNC. He is the freaking Democratic Party right now. They are trying to hold on to him because they're scared that if he moves somewhere else, they're really going to be lost. They don't have a leg to stand on. The movie Weekend for Bernie is very, very significant in this. Remember the movie Weekend for Bernie? 2 young kids trying to hold up a dead body? That's what Bernie Sanders is doing with the Democratic Party, and he's trying to get me and you to help him. It's my job to reform the Democratic Party. Man, let it go. They're dying. They lost all across the country. All across the country. So when they talk about this Russia affected the election, what? Russia told us the truth about the DNC cheating Bernie Sanders? So Russia cheated about the DNC cheating. This don't make sense. It is proven, it is legit that the DNC railroaded Bernie Sanders in all kind of ways. All kind of ways. It is proven. People lost their job over that. And then for Hillary Clinton to come on and award Donna Brazile and Debbie Wasserman Schultz for cheating. And now she want to come out with a video after 3 months of hiding at a Westchester mansion while Bernie Sanders is out in the forefront and people like me and others out there campaigning and rallying against the health care reform, you know, for them trying to kill Obamacare. We're out there fighting to keep it. We're out there fighting for clean water. Where was she? Nowhere. And for her to try, that's what I hate, a opportunist. I hate a person that, what really makes me mad is the church go through building a brand new church. You didn't add $1, you didn't hit 1 nail, you didn't put in 1 pew, but you're gonna say, look at our new church. Get out of here with that mess. You ain't do nothing. But for her to try to act like she's the leader of the resistance now, you've been missing, girl. Sit down. Bernie Sanders is the man. And yes, I have my problem with Bernie Sanders. I have my problem with Obama. But Bernie Sanders is the man. He is the DNC. And I wish there was some way if I can connect with you, Bernie. They're pimping you out. They're going to give you this fake position that has no power when you are the power. Same thing with Keith Ellison, deputy chair, fake position, no power. And this scheme that y'all coming up to try to get progressives, I'm here to let you know. Real progressives are tired. They're ticked off. They're mad. And I want you to realize this. The Democratic Party is never going to become a real progressive party. They're leaning toward the corporate class. They're looking like Republicans. They're voting like Republicans. They're acting like a Republican. So why do you feel the progressives need to vote in a Republican lookalike? We might as well just vote for the real Republican. If y'all gonna act like Republicans, talk like Republicans, vote like Republicans, you ain't nothing but a freaking Republican. And that's where the Democrats are going. And you wonder why people left the party. 13 million people left the Democratic Party in July. And with this decision of Obama, why? I mean, sometimes Obama makes me mad. I love the guy, but he pisses me off with some of these moves. Keith Ellis had this in the bag. He would have won. But because Keith Ellison represent the progressive wing, which represent working people instead of corporations, he's going to put in Tom Perez and going to ask everybody to vote for Tom Perez, a corporatist who's not going to change anything in the Democratic Party. And all they're going to do is raise more money from corporations and high donors and still not do nothing for you and me. Tom Perez, I call him the crypt keeper of the DNC. He looked just like the crypt keeper from Tales from the Crypt. I mean, go look at it. He does look like him a little bit. And Tom Perez is Keith Ellison is his lapdog. Keith Ellison, you're just like Bernie. You're doing whatever the DNC is telling you to do. When you need to man up, get some balls, and make the DNC do what you need them to do. Bernie Sanders, you are the Democratic Party. They are lost without you. You took half of their base. A lot of their base decided to go independent. They're not coming back. So you can sheepdog all you want. And I saw it. You had a nice speech. Had to be at least 10,000 people came out. They came out to hear you. But if you think they're going to vote Democrat after what they did to you and after what they did to Keith Ellison, hang it up. They're not going to do it. Those people are done. And you got to understand also, progressives are everywhere. They're in the Democratic Party. There's some progressives in the Republican Party. Unbelievable, right? There's some progressives in the Green Party. There's some progressives in the Red Too Damn High Party. There's progressives everywhere. And you need to let the DNC know that, hey, if your progressives are stronger than all parties combined, 75% of independents are progressives, and they don't vote Democrat, and they don't vote Republican. They vote independent. And they are not put in that box where you have to be forced to vote one of those two. No, they're going to vote for an independent, whether it's push comes to shove. And that's why Hillary lost. Because y'all thought they have to make a hard choice to vote for her. No, they had other people they had a right to vote for. Please don't do this. You're going to do it. You're going to mess it up. 2018 is coming. We got local races. We got state races. And if y'all going to run the same freaking playbook, fear Trump, fear Russia, that don't work, man. Fear never work. You're going to run this freaking playbook and you're going to end up losing the House and giving the Republicans the majority. You're going to lose the Senate and giving the Republicans the majority. And then we're done. Then Trump, Pence, Bannon, Priebus, they can do whatever they want. They can vote all us back into slavery. It'll be unconstitutional, but they can vote us all back into slavery and pass it. Of course, it'll get struck down by the Supreme Court because it's unconstitutional, but they can still vote it. You don't want to put them people in a position where they have the majority of voting, where they can write their own ticket. They can have a blank check, man. Come on. Bernie, you're hindering the future of progressivism. You're the father of the progressive movement, yet you're killing it. Why? Because you're trying to get them to lean. You're trying to get us to come into a corporate-centric party. You're trying to get us. It's just like when you lost to Hillary Clinton. Instead of you running independent and being a man and winning, because you would have won, you're going to say, oh, I think she's the best. No, you were the best. You should have cut your ties and ran independent. But you didn't do it. You let Jeff Weaver punk you out. When you could have just balled up and ran independent and you would have won by a landslide, beat both of them. Oh, my good friend Hillary. She is not your friend. The Democratic Party is not your friend because they keep sticking it to you every time you turn around. And I applaud you, man. You're a guy with heart. You're a guy that love, but you got to understand, that party do not like you. They don't like you. When you going to get it? They don't like you. It's like my mama used to say, boy, that girl don't like you. But Ma, I love her. Boy, that girl don't like you. She already done cheated on you. Ma, I love her. I'm telling you, boy, don't you spend none of